8:45 and new this morning, the Oakland City Council voting today on whether to cut $12 million from the police department to try to balance the books. All cities are having to struggle. Is the answer going into the police department and cutting them down? Let's check with Police Deputy Chief David Kozicki right now and see what kind of an effect this would have on the people of Oakland. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so if you take a $12 million hit, they're talking about one furlough day a month for officers. Is that right?
Well, it's actually a $13.4 million reduction, and it equates to, at minimum, a one-day furlough per officer. And that doesn't even get us close to the actual figure that we need to achieve. So that will be the start of our actions.
So what would that mean for me if I live in Oakland, if the cops are off furloughed like that?
Well, we will do our best to maintain a basic level of police services. However, it will mean a reduction in public safety. There are many things that we will not be able to do on those days. Everything from basic investigations to traffic enforcement, foot patrol, and many of our community-oriented policing and problem-solving efforts will not occur at least one day a week,
well,
or one day a month.
This just as you were getting up to staff, right? I mean, you just got up to the point you wanted to be.
Right, that is really the most unfortunate thing. We struggled quite a bit in order to achieve our staffing minimum of 803. We are now slipping behind that, and today we're at 799, and we imagine that we will continue to drop until such time as we are allowed to hire more people, which is not in the immediate future.
No, so I mean, are you? Does this scare you at all, or do you think it's going to be okay? Or
well, we're going to do our best to make it okay. We're going to do our best to deliver what public safety services we can to the citizens of Oakland. But it will not be the same level. Obviously, a $13.4 million cut, 10% of our budget, is going to impact our ability to deliver those public safety services.
So, I mean, that means if I call for the cops, you might not come for a while. You'll have a scale of importance.
Correct. Today we triage much of our work, and that triage will be made much more severe, and we will look for ways to save money. Many calls that we respond to today, we are going to look for other ways of handling, such as basic reporting will be done over the internet, or we'll encourage people to use computers at libraries and kiosks in order to make police reports.
Right. Well, I mean, is there anywhere else you see that they would be better served trying to cut money than out of the police department?
By all estimates, I believe that the city of Oakland is in some pretty dire financial straits. I think that they've asked for concessions from all of the various unions. They've made cuts to all departments. And I'm not going to say that there's other places that this city can cut. Clearly, we have to cut everywhere. Unfortunately, those cuts are so severe now that we are cutting public safety services.
What about instead going into the police officers' pay? Have they talked about that, cutting your pay and keeping y'all up to speed?
Yes, there are ongoing negotiations with our union in an effort to renegotiate our current contract. However, if those efforts fail, then we will be left with implementing a series of management directives in order to achieve the cuts. And those directives will include furloughs, layoffs, or a combination of both.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot, Deputy Chief David Kozicki, speaking to us live from Oakland this morning. Mark?